Conservation Commission agency meeting for August 5th, 2025 to order. And we have a quorum, and we don't have any alternates to see. So approval of the minutes for July 15th. Does anyone have any changes or corrections to those? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
Second.
Any discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, on to, application, new application. CC number 25-19, events in Bickford Aerospace and Defense, applicant Diamond Novell LLC. Owner for a wetland permit to construct a new, plus or minus 8 by 8 foot magazine building. And plus or minus 20 by 21 building addition onto existing building in upland review area on 660 Hot Meadow Street. Also known as 632 Hot Meadow Street and Drake Hill Road. Assessors map G11 block 144 lot 005.
And I will recuse myself because I know the person who put together the application.
Done. Good evening. Good.
Yes, so just have a brief introduction to it. As mentioned by the chairwoman, this is a permit for two structures. One is an addition to an existing building, approximately 20 feet by 21 feet, as well as a smaller magazine building, 8 by 8, both in the upland review area as per the map. They are also located in a flood zone, so they will be going to the zoning commission in a couple weeks for that special exception requirement. The SNE control measures that were introduced were silt fencing and down gradient of disturbance, hay bales of any inlet protection, stabilized construction entrance, if necessary, and then seeding and mulching after grading. I do have some pictures for you, but I will let the applicant explain more specifics about the application.
All right, so I'll get started. Good evening. My name is Marcus Fuck. I'm a civil engineer and land surveyor with Godfrey Hoffman Hodge. Prepared the plans for Ensign Bickford. Just a brief overview. Here's let's sort of a larger out map of. There's an existing building 102, which will be removed, and that is where the 8 by 8 magazine building, which is this little metal box guy here. So essentially they're gonna remove a building, create a concrete berm around it as a blast shield and put one of those little 8 by 8 concrete boxes inside of it. And then for building number 83, which is here, a little ways to the north of that building, they're going to put a 20 by 21 more or less addition on an existing building. As was stated, this is all in a zone AE flood zone. So there will be some minor changes. There's a decrease in the amount of volume for the building 83 or for building 102, and a very small increase for the volume that's below the flood elevation for building 83. Just a sort of a wider out look at the addition. So there's some driveways, some improved driveways, and some boardwalks to other buildings from it. The existing walkways will be altered to add this small addition to the building along the north side. Now I have some representatives explain what the addition might be for. As I said, for the other building 102, which is completely been removed.
Not yet, but it will be.
Well, it will be, if we get approval, yes. There'll be a concrete berm around the building, around the magazine, the 8 by 8 box. That we use as a blast deflector. It also has holes in, so they step the concrete apart from each other so that water can pass through, so that it doesn't create a water containing system. That's really there really isn't much to this. I'm happy to answer any questions about, what we're doing, and we have other representatives here from the team that has been constructed, and for me to answer any other questions that the commission may have.
I did want to add something. So you touched on it. Because it's in a flood zone. Whenever you add volume to the flood zone, you have to take it away somewhere else. So there will be some cutting in another area that's to be determined, and you'll have that information.
Except that actually, in this case, and we did verify with the fire marshal today, at one point, I heard he might want a foundation on 102, he doesn't.
Okay,
So we're actually increasing by about the same amount. I don't know how that's all gonna work out.
I see. Okay, so.
So we don't know yet, but yes, if
Yeah.
we need to, we will do whatever is
Okay.
necessary to accommodate the flood.
Just.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
your name, please.
I'm Kevin Lozich from Prescott Construction Management. I've worked with Ensign Bickford for decades and we're helping them through. We'll be the construction managers for the addition and probably will assist them on the 102 as well.
What's the size of the building that's coming down? That's where the 8x8 is going on.
It's the same size as the footprint of it. Yeah, no, the footprint of the concrete berm around it, so it's about a 20 by 20.
Gotcha, okay.
Is that correct on the size, man?
Yeah, it's about 20 by 30
Okay, so it's big.
area.
Yeah.
Overall. For the,
Roughly the same footprint of what's going on.
yes, most will be just crushed gravel and some blocks, but and other than this 8x8.
It's 33 by 12.
Okay,
So it's a square footage is about identical to what we, yeah.
yeah,
So you're saying 33 by 12 is what's there currently,
Yes.
and the magazine building will be 8x8, including a,
No, the 8x8 is just the box.
Okay.
The berm will be.
Box around it, but
Got it.
just spurts.
okay.
Just a clarifying question, when you actually so the reason you're putting holes in the concrete is for flood issues, right? So the water doesn't get caught in there.
Yes,
So does that, from a safety perspective, does that mitigate any of the blast protection issues when you have holes like that?
Now, Patrick has, and this is, this has been Lozich from Ensign Bickford, but I talked to Patrick today, so he's.
Patrick's a fireman.
Patrick Corbeil, the fire marshal, and this also has to go through ATF and DOD approvals.
Okay,
So this is a design that's done down at the plant and.
okay, and.
they have several others that
Yeah,
are exactly the
It goes
same.
through it, okay.
Yeah.
So makes sense then.
Yeah, it's a, Ben Lozich with Ensign Bickford, it's a 6-inch gap. And based on what we're planning to hold inside this magazine, worst case scenario, it won't even touch the wall, but this is an
Okay.
extra layer of protection, for the fire marshal and mostly the DOD. The ATF is 100% on board.
Okay, great, thanks.
And the 20 by 21, building, is it on the pad, is it on the foundation?
It's on the foundation. I actually had some floors on that building.
I'm gonna speak real quick. We tried to build it on piers originally, but the floor elevation with the framing members didn't allow enough room underneath to create a fire rating. We worked closely with Henry and Patrick trying to come up with a system. Everybody agreed it probably would work, but there was no UL rating, and that forced us into the foundation and the concrete slab.
So this is the existing building and then what's a rendering of it, but. And this would be the addition with a couple of platforms coming off for accessibility purposes. And what is that going to be used for?
It's gonna be just storage, boxes, I think they're gonna have a DI water system, but there'll be no explosives in there. It's just storage.
And any excess material we taken off site or spread on site or?
If we need to remove material for compensatory storage and whatnot, it would be taken outside.
And I think the material that you're asking for construction, we would be removing that outside as well.
Is that area all mowed grass?
Yes,
Yes,
Kevin West, Prescott Construction.
yes.
Is that for safety, fire, is it?
I don't know, Ben, it's probably for just,
I would say just for upkeep, but also safety, They don't want any grass higher than 6 to 8 inches within 25 feet of any building or magazine containing explosives. So it's a little bit of both. But yeah, they keep it. Dino Nobel maintains the property, so
In the areas outside that 20 feet or something that they're moved to.
yes, yep. You can see,
It's fairly clear.
yeah, so the top right is outside 83, the bottom right, and then the second or bottom left and second over. So you can see it's all mowed around the building.
Your picture. How long do you think the construction will take? Well,
8 weeks for 83. For 102, that's the driver on that's gonna be the DOD. It'll take a lot longer to get their approval and just make sure they're good with the overall site plan.
That doesn't actually impact your construction schedule, because that'll all be done before you start, right?
83 is a separate, you know, it's not like a separate, we won't be doing them necessarily concurrently.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, to be honest, 102 is gonna be more down the road. 83 will finish before 102 really starts. And we might do the demo ahead of time,
Okay.
but we can't house any explosives in the magazine until the DOD signs off on it. And that could take 9 months. There's no definitive timeline, but it takes much longer than the fire marshal and the ATF.
I'm just curious, the picture in the bottom, right corner.
Mhm.
It's got some taller vegetation. Looks like a swale, is there a swale there or?
There is a stream that actually runs across, yep, it cuts under that road and down and around. You have a
Certainly, see the beginnings of it here.
And how far from the building is it?
It is about 30 feet from the existing structure.
Okay, and how much of a buffer is around that stream, you think? A vegetative buffer?
I'm not sure.
All right, we're always encouraging people to have a wider buffer around the stream, it's good for the health of the stream.
okay,
So if you could pull it back as far as you know, stop mowing. around
Yeah.
That area,
I could touch base with Dino regarding that,
that would be good.
no problem.
And any other areas where you don't feel the need to mow, you can let,
Yeah,
they grow up a little taller,
okay,
you've got the habitat from the.
Yeah.
Let it grow. Okay, is anyone have any questions? So I should make a motion for, significance.
I'll move that we find this is not significant activity and we schedule it. We'll provide it out. Deposition of next regular schedule. It's
Significant active, all right, so
not,
it's a regulated.
it's a regulated, but not significant.
Yeah.
Regulated activity, but not significant. I'll second. Motion.
Any further discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
For 2 minutes. All right. Thank you very much. Have a great
thank you guys. This.
Right, Dawn, you can join the second.
We'll be in touch.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Brittany. Nice to meet you.
Do you have any other applications pending? Any other action? All right. Conservation Commission business. We're trying. There's that.
Yes, so the dark sky regulation was introduced to the zoning commission for initial review. We are going to have a workshop on it sometime in September, probably at that first meeting, September 3rd. And then at September 3rd, we'll set it for public hearings, probably in October.
I will be ready to.
For September 3rd? Okay. That's okay.
What is the workshop?
So we gave it to them for their initial review. They're gonna review it, come back with questions. I also emailed it to the business community, so Chamber of Commerce and Simsbury Main Street. And then I was reaching out to other towns just to see other, suggestions, challenges they've had, so I'll present that. There's one other thing. Oh, and I emailed it to a lighting professional to get their take as well, and so I'll present those comments.
Okay.
And then they'll have suggestions, questions. And either want to set it for public hearing or come back for another draft
I
or
wonder if we should send it to the, Leo Smith of the International Dark Skies Association.
we could do that.
And he's our Connecticut.
Yes.
But zoning seemed, interested,
Yes, zoning was very interested. They were happy that it finally is.
so we did a presentation to them on the need for it.
I was gonna say, who wants to catch me up on this one?
Sorry, so we introduced.
I mean, I can Google it tonight, but this will be easier.
No. So Dark Skies is a movement to try to minimize light pollution. I made a presentation to this group and
It was
to-
this group
yeah,
and
and to zoning on the wildlife impacts. 70% of our mammals are nocturnal, 60% of our insects are nocturnal. We tend to forget about them because we're asleep, so they mean nothing to us. And we think we're sharing all this light with them, out of the kindness of our heart, light up the night. But it's actually detrimental to their health. But it's also detrimental to human health too, especially in there's no such thing as wildlife friendly lighting at night. But it's also, as we get into with the LEDs, we're getting into the blue white lights, and that's very harmful for human health as well. So, this is something that was identified in the, plan of conservation and development to look into, minimizing light pollution. And the zoning's task of it, we thought we'd come from them all by coming up with, based on model regs that have been done by, Connecticut Lights Out Group, which is sort of, and Dark Skies International, to move the process along. So Brittany did a lot of work putting the model regs together, and making it applicable to Simsbury, so that we're facilitating the process that zoning will have to go through. And I'm sure.
And you worked just as hard. You did a lot.
So we're making progress, because that was one of the things that was identified that we should be doing, and it would have a big impact. So all the party nights that are on at night, when there's no party going on, they're quite harmful for wildlife. It's a conservation commission, we love to see people turn that off. Emotion, and now the technology is there, the motion sensors and the dimmers and all these different things. You can get the lower Kelvin bulbs, and it's hard going out and buying a light bulb nowadays. There's so many different things you have to take into account. The Kelvins is one of them, and the lower the number on the Kelvin, the warmer the warm it is, the higher the Kelvins, the blue or white light. So we're trying to encourage people to go with those yellow lights, which were a lot like what the old sodium lights were. But it's nice that the LEDs are energy savers, but we yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, all our lights we converted to LED as well, incandescent burn up, you always get 2700.
Yeah.
Nice,
Perfect.
warm
Oh,
warm light.
and we all look much better in that.
Exactly.
Especially over the weekend. So I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, well, some of our light bulbs we have a smart light bulb, it's like it pings off our Wi-Fi,
Wow,
I can turn it on right now.
wow, wow, yeah. And the nice thing is, it's the easiest environmental solution, problem to solve. All we have to do is turn them off. Even if we don't have the high tech thing, just turn them off at night. I doubt very much anyone's coming to visit to Kathleen one. Doesn't, and we've also presented information that it's not safer having the lights on, it's better to have the light on the motion sensor. You're far more likely to notice it when it comes on. If it's the dark and suddenly the light comes on, you're gonna notice it. If it's on all night, you're not gonna notice. That's what you can see. And your neighbors neighbors will appreciate it as well. That's what they, so thank you for that.
Mhm.
Great. We didn't get to do that full sidewalk, we talked about it last
Right.
time. We probably should go out and look at it, unless anyone has looked at it, the sidewalk over to, what are we calling it, Meadowwood?
It's, no matter what is what my
Meadowwood. Yeah, we need to come up with the town needs to come up with a name, but if you could go over and look at that sandy area, I would still encourage you all to do that. Because it should still be on discussion as to whether the town, it's 24 acres is set up in the corner over by the Clifton Road area of that Meadowwood site. Hoskins and
in a county road.
yeah, and we're thinking of maybe, there's a suggestion to switch it over to.
If anyone does go out there, if you take pictures, you can email them to me just so I have them.
Okay.
If you wanna shorten your walk, park right across from 60 County Road, you can actually pull right up on the
Yes.
grass and save yourself the walk.
Yes, yeah. But we got to see how beautiful it was on that.
It is gorgeous.
First walk and the views. It's good. Conservation business, Onion Mountain, we are continuing to do, Simsbury Mattress is spearheading. We're trying to tackle the burning bush on Onion Mountain Park. We've managed to clear most of the front of the site. We still have a whole lot more to do. I know Boy Scouts are gonna be doing a cut-a-thon sometime in late September or early October. But there's a lot of work to be done. The next day is this Sunday. 9 o'clock in the morning, the Simsbury Land Trust Youth Group wanted to do it that day. So more hands are welcome. If anyone wants to, I need our lockers and hard gloves and. Fine. So, and if anyone in the area would like to remove it in their own yards so that we don't have to remove it from under the mountain on a continual basis. It's a beautiful plant, but it's highly invasive. So there's information about burning bush on the Simsbury Land Trust page. There's some basic plant guide. I'll tell you how to do it. This is a good time of the year before the berries set. Birds eat berries. So it was.
When does that happen?
Well,
The berries coming?
they're coming out now.
Oh,
They're
sure.
starting.
So I should cut it and chip it at the event, then.
If the berries aren't ripe, you can cut it and ship it. Better to do that than it's fine, but then you have a concentrated berry thing, but you can control that. But once the birds take it out, that'll be controlled.
Yeah, it's gotta be better to get rid of it now. than
Any-
anything else.
Yeah, we're not gonna make, perfect enemy of the good. Anytime you cut it down, means next year there won't be berries. There's no doubt.
You gotta get to that.
Yeah. Nice time to do it when it's trying. That's the plans on the week. Never miss it. So, does anyone have any other? All right, then I entertain a motion for adjournment.
I second.
And all in favor? Thank you, guys.
Perfect.
For over 40 years, SCM has been the voice of our town,
bringing us together through local programming,
education, and live broadcasts.
SEM isn't just about television.
It's about empowering our community,
ensuring our voices are heard during government meetings,
and celebrating milestones
like our high school graduations.
But today, SEM faces a challenge.
Our funding structure is based on television subscriptions. And it's no secret, people have been cutting the cord.
With a shift to internet-only subscriptions,
SEM receives less revenue,
even though all our programming is freely available online.
We need your support.
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 Your donation can make a difference.
It will ensure that SCM remains open,
continues to educate our youth,
and keeps our community informed.
Thanks to SCM, I've been honing my creative skills, helping me work towards my college degree.
SCM is crucial for keeping our community connected.
SCM isn't just here to broadcast local events. They're actually preserving Simsbury's history.
Join us in preserving Simsbury's voice.
Simsbury's voice.
Together we can ensure that SCM continues to thrive
for generations to come.
Visit our website
or scan the QR code on your screen to make your donation.
Every contribution
counts.
Thank you for supporting Simsbury Community Media,
where your town,
your schools,
and your government come together.